Union 9 Télévision. Amis téléspectateurs, vous êtes branchés sur la télévision des Haïtiens vivant dans les territoires d'outre-mer. Une dimension nouvelle avec une qualité supérieure. Union 9 Télévision, une vraie source d'information impartiale.
N'a dit bonsoir à toute famille, amis, that's Norma Show et Union 9 Télé. Et c'est toujours un plaisir pour nous rencontrer avec vous chaque samedi à 2h. Côté nous toujours porter belle information pour nous, petit programme qui est très instructif. Et aujourd'hui, nous venons avec un guest, toujours sur nos cadres sous politique. Et nous pas déplacé, nous pas une pause et nous retourner tout de suite.
Nouveau show qui piche, c'est de 4h à 5h tous les samedis sur Union 9 TV. James Luko. Pas manquer rendez-vous. C'est là qu'on toute nouvelle sur artistes haïtiens et puis tout ça qui a passé dans le show business. Nouveau show, c'est chaque samedi de 4h à 5h sur Union 9 TV. James Luko. Et moi, je dis ça à you. This is me, okay?
Let it play, yeah. Nous pas venir là pour nous venir mettre passer gagner, non. Nous pas venir là.
Union 9 Télévision. Amis téléspectateurs, vous êtes branchés sur la télévision des Haïtiens vivant dans les territoires d'outre-mer. Une dimension nouvelle avec une qualité supérieure. Union 9 Télévision, une vraie source d'information impartiale.
N'a rappelé ou sur Union 9 et ou suivre That's Norma Show avec Norma Malbranche. N'a profité pour remercier tout le monde qui t'a relé nous, qui t'a fait commentaire sur show samedi dernier, côté que nous t'ai parlé de child support. Et il y a pile monde qui pas connaît une série de bagailles et il dit que show ça est very instructive. For our English-speaking viewers, you are watching That's Norma's show on Union 9 Tele. We are pleased to be with you again one more time. And as you know, we are on the air every Saturday at 2 p.m. This is where live facts of life are exposed. We break all type of informations for you, and that could be beneficial to you. And last Saturday we spoke about child support, where a lot of people has called us and make comments and let us know that they appreciate the information that we are bringing every Saturday on Union 9. And today we have a special guest with us, and her name is Nasrin Hamed. I don't know if I pronounce it well. I hope so. And she's the Hempstead town clerk, and she's trying to re-elect because she loves the job so much that she's doing. So I'm gonna introduce you to Nasreen Ahmed right now. Nasreen, welcome to That's Norma Show, and I hope that I pronounce your name very well.
You did. Thank you very much for inviting me.
You're welcome. So why don't you let the public know who is Nasreen Ahmed?
Well, once again, thank you very much for inviting me. Nasreen Ahmed's story is a very unique one into the local town of Hempstead politics. I was born 60 years ago in East Africa, in Uganda. At the age of 6, we moved to England, and that's where I was brought up. Going through schooling there, all my family's in England. And then I lost my mother at the age of 23. Then at the age of 27, I moved to America, married a wonderful Pakistani American. And we bought our first house in the town of Hempstead in Salisbury, where I still am there. My husband's an engineer named Ahmed, and we decided that we were going to bring up our own children. So I was a stay-home mom. Once I became U.S. citizen, I joined the Republican Party. I was a PTA mom, I was a soccer mom, I was a Girl Scouts mom. I also started Human Dignity Committee in the East Meadow School Districts.
Okay.
The reason why was because growing up in England in early 60s, I don't know if you're familiar, there wasn't diversity there. And my teacher, who looked at my name and couldn't pronounce it, decided to call me my little brown one. So for the first year and a half, everybody called me a brown girl. And that was because I suppose, ignorance. But as a 6-year-old, it hurts.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. And the children in the playground would say to me, "Mommy says you're dirty. You don't wash your arms or legs, that's why you're brown. We don't want to play with you." And I remember I used to be so hurt. I would go home crying, saying, "Mommy, I want to be white. They don't like me. They hate me."
So at that age, did you think that it was prejudicism?
You know what? As a child, you don't know. I always believe a child is born pure. The environment teaches discrimination. Environment teaches good and bad. Is the environment. So my mother, being very smart, rather than putting a negative spin and saying, because she was obviously angry, I'm sure she was hurt.
Of course.
So rather than saying they're prejudiced, they're discrimination, they are bad, you don't want to know, she put a positive spin on it. And she said, "But darling, it's not their fault. They've never seen anybody like us. They're all white. They've never seen brown people like us. And it's okay to be brown. We have to show them that we are just like them. We have to make friends. We have to tell them who we are." And
so did you understand what she was saying back then?
At that time, I did not, because I kept saying, "But Mommy, they hate me." And she says, "No, you make friends, and I'll help you. You go and say hello to them, and it's okay if they don't play. Sooner or later, they realize what a special person you are, what a good person you are." So suffice to say, the first year and a half was very difficult, but eventually children come around. And later in life, what also she said was, she said, "You'll always have to work hard in life." She said, "Darling, you have 2 strikes against you. 1, you're a woman, and 2, you are not white." She says, "You will always have to step forward. You'll always have to work hard. You will have to work harder than anybody else."
But there are parents that are still saying that to the children.
They are still saying these
They're
days?
still saying these things, even if a woman or a girl wants to, let's say, wants to become a lawyer. So they'll find people on the way discouraging them and telling them that you have, like you said, 2 things against you. You're black,
you can't
you're
do
a
it,
woman,
yes.
and being a lawyer is not for you.
Well, I'm glad you used that example as a woman being a lawyer, because then that's why when I came to this country, and I did not want my children to go through what I went through, and I started this Human Dignity Committee in our school district in PTA. Thank God my children never felt any discrimination, but I was always there. I was always there to help them. And my daughter, who now is an attorney, and we encouraged her. So she's the federal prosecutor in terrorism. She's with Eastern District, and she's put Al-Qaeda people away. My son is a speechwriter to the CEO of MetLife in Tokyo, and my youngest child is a fourth-year medical student, and there's my 3 children.
Okay.
But you're absolutely right. I always say, and when I used to give talks to the staff in school districts about prejudice and discrimination, and I would say to the teachers, attitudes are caught, they are not taught. When a teacher has an attitude, a different attitude towards one child, all the class picks it up.
Oh yeah.
So it starts from your dining room table, from what the mother and father, if they laugh at a black joke or a fat joke or a Jewish joke, or you're teaching your child that people are less than you. You are better than that.
Exactly.
So first and all, see, as I said, I started off by saying children are born pure human beings. It is what your upbringing, your environment does. Then children are very cruel in school. But that is why the teachers have to be that little bit more sensitive. And the parents have to teach their children respect, because we are all creatures of God, created. His creation, we're all the same.
Yeah.
We all hurt and we all bleed.
Exactly.
That's
there
right.
are a lot of peer pressures out there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If to me, if children don't have their heads on their shoulders, how they put it, then they can go and do stupid, bad things.
Because they're followers. That's the other thing for the child. And in this PTA, one thing I used to tell the parents, and I always say that my generation, we were fortunate enough that we stayed home. My daughter-in-law can't afford to stay home. With all the way the things are, the economy, both parents have to go out to work. That's right. And I think I was
sometimes it's worth it to stay home.
I did that.
Yeah, because
we only had one car. We couldn't afford 2 cars.
And not only that, then the babysitting, the price that you're paying now for babysitter, this is outrage.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why I only worked part-time, so I could bring up my own children and to teach them my values. And I think the best thing that is you can teach, and which we all need to learn, is America is a land of immigrants. It doesn't belong to one, it belongs to the Native Americans. Just like the Irish came here, immigrants, the Italians, the Jews, the Koreans, the Chinese, the Haitians, the Africans, Indians, Pakistanis. We are all immigrants. And now the Latinos and of course, the Mexicans, they all came here looking for a better way of life. And this is the only country in the world that welcomes. And I am so proud of the town of Hempstead. Town of Hempstead government, run by Anthony Santino, the supervisor, Anthony Santino, embraces diversity. It is our diversity that makes the fabric of our country so unique and so rich. And he celebrates, in the town of Hempstead government, we celebrate all Heritage Days. African American Day, Italian days, all of them, Indians. We have a flag raising for different countries. In my department, in the town clerk's office, I speak 4 languages. I have a Haitian who is a supervisor of my passports, Michael, a dear friend, and does a phenomenal job. My own scheduler Andres is a Haitian. I have a head of marriages is Pakistani.
Okay.
I have Latinos, I have Irish, I have Italians, I have Ethiopians, I have Polish.
So you have all natives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We all work together.
So
that's what's America.
Yeah, that's America.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're going to take a short break.
Sure.
And then when we come back, we're going to talk more about the clerk.
The office of the town clerk. Would love to. Thank you.
Bon, n'a faut connaître que n'a parlé avec Nasrin Hamed, qui c'est Hempstead Town Clerk. Elle te baille un petit détail sur la ville, comment que il était arrivé par ici dans la cour New York et qui ça a été enduré l'elle venir. So, cela veut dire que c'est pas nous-mêmes haïtiens seulement qui endurent certaines choses, nous fait venir aux États-Unis. Et nous tous qui quittent pays, nous, quel que soit côté sorti, côté juif, côté africain, côté haïtien, et nous quitter pays, nous, pour nous venir chercher une vie meilleure. Mais yon bagay qui attire attention nous-mêmes parents yo, les n'a levé petite nous, toujours fait petite nous fier de tête li, quelle que soit couleur, quelle que soit nationalité li, et fait toujours sentir que li plus important toujours passer tout l'autre monde. Parce que une question de peer pressure de yo que Timon li toujours gen tendance à suivre ça l'autre Timon a fait, puis c'est comme ça nous perdu petite nous yo nan suivre l'autre mauvais ami. So m'apprendre dans ça l'a dit et me souhaite qu'on apprenne dans ça l'a dit surtout sous affaires éducation petit tout et comment pour lever parce que gagne monde qui gagne préjugés discrimination faut nous montrer ti moun nan comment pour gérer mouvement ça pour ça yo pas faiblir pour pas descendre parce que n'importe monde qui arrive docteur n'importe monde qui arrive avocat n'importe monde qui monter dans politique quel que soit ça ti moun nan veut faire li ka faire sous notre ça n'a pas eu pause à tout de suite.
Bonjour, bonsoir, chers téléspectateurs dans leur côté là. It's your boy, Rob. Où qu'on y a là, nous dans la rue, ça veut dire que pensée positive pour l'autre dimension, côté que nous pas simplement rester dans le studio, nous dans la rue, mes amis, continuez là, nous dans Brothers Barbershop, nous te font petit passer, mes amis, ou pas j'aime quoi, passant dedans, il y a des superstars dedans, dans Brothers Barbershop qui dans 211-5 Jamaica Avenue, mes amis, et shout out to Joe Pachuco, mes amis, qui a fait bon travail, qui a fait bon succès, bon coup de guitare en tête, mon yo, coup de ciseaux, à tout le monde connaît, depuis que barbershop où y est, c'est ciseaux qui a fait, bon, même dit guitare, mes amis, en entrant dedans qu'on y a là, nous parlons de qui moun, m'pas prêter, m'sais c'est passé, et puis là, m'entrant dedans, qui moun ouais, m'quitte ça pour surprise, mes amis, pensée positive avec Union 9, merci bien. On était bâché.
Vénus, mon ami.
Mais oui, Vénus, ses amis, regardez un bel programme niveau de vous.
Les gens du Nord.
Le Nord en fête à l'occasion de la Thanksgiving. Pour la première fois aux États-Unis, Tropicana se produira en tandem avec Loulou.
Oui, je t'ai donné mon cœur.
Ce rendez-vous est classé au jeudi 23 novembre au club de Space à Westbury, New York. Thursday, November 23rd. Don't miss the Thanksgiving party that will shake up the HMI in New York. Tropicana shares the stage with New Look for the first time in America. Rendez-vous at the Space in Westbury, New York. Jeudi 23 novembre, Venus International Production vous offre le Nord en fête pour Meet Me in New York dans la joie et la bonne humeur. Admission $60 à l'avance, VIP $100. Infoline 718 257 5744.
Ou sou Union 9, wap suive That's Norma Show avec Norma Malbranche. Et n'a profité 10 secondes ça pour nous dire ou pas oublier pour nous supporter Union 9 qui fait un bon travail, qui porter toute qualité d'information pour et il y a l'autre chose sur Union 9, nous demandons supporter toute chose parce que nous faisons seul, nous toutes c'est une seule famille. Et pas oublier toujours monter sur page noire, faire des commentaires, qui étaient des suggestions, sur une question qui était question, et je suis sûr que le président Union 9 là a pu retourner à bonne réponse sur quel que soit sorte à vouloir. Et encore une fois, nous avons rappelé que GGB Production invité dans chez Mireille, côté que film Matouna a passé le 26 novembre. Pour plus d'informations, checkez page Matouna sur Facebook. Et nous toujours chita, n'a parlé avec Nasrin Ahmed, qui lycée Hempstead Town Clerk. So, aujourd'hui, nous chita avec lui, nous parlé pour nous connaître qui ça le fait dans l'office ça, qui ça qui gagne dans l'office ça, qui ça nous a bénéficié nous-mêmes dans l'office ça, pour même alors qu'il était dans Long Island. So, n'a pas repassé pour nous parler avec lui encore une fois. So, for our English-speaking viewers, we are reminding you that we are still speaking with Nasrin Ahmed, the Hempstead Town Clerk. And it's a pleasure to have her on the show. And we hope that we can learn a lot from her. And she will talk a little bit more about the clerk office, what does she do there, and how it can benefit you. So, you heard what I said to the public.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Hempstead Town is the largest township in the United States. So therefore, my office is the largest town clerk's office in the entire United States. The clerk's office, I am a record keeper. I'm the custodian of all the records of the Hempstead government.
So when you say records,
yes,
what kind of records?
Well, anybody who is born in town of Hempstead or dies in town of Hempstead, I have their birth certificates and their death certificates. I issue them and I keep the copies.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody who wants to get married in the town of Hempstead, they can obtain a marriage license from my office, and if they do not want to have a religious marriage, they don't want to go to a church or a synagogue or a mosque or temple, they can have what is known as a civil marriage.
So do you perform marriages?
I perform marriages. I have a nice chapel, and I also have 5 marriage officers. We provide marriages in Spanish as well.
Okay.
And obviously in French as well, if need arises. So marriage certificates, birth certificates, death certificates. Also, anybody in the town of Hempstead who wants to drive a cab, a taxi, or have a tow truck, I provide those licenses.
Okay. So what do they need to do for them to obtain taxi licenses?
Okay, so the taxi license, they have to come into my office, obviously, with the driver's license. And then we have a whole, which is the state of New York application form, which they fill out and bring their checkbook, and we take their fingerprints. That is all because we do background checking.
Okay.
Yes, all that is dictated. Half of my office is dictated by the law set by the New York State.
Okay. I have a question. When you say taxi,
yes,
does that include, because I know they have Ubers out there?
Okay.
Does that include that?
Yeah, limos and taxis. Ubers are illegal at the moment unless they register with us to be driven around in the Nassau County, because first you take licenses from us and then you register the taxi with the limousine commission at Nassau County.
Okay.
So we are right. I'm glad you talked about that, because whereas New York City Uber is legal, it's not legal in Nassau County yet.
Oh.
Yeah, because
but a lot of people are doing it now.
I know, and we're trying to get hold of that. We're trying to, if we find it, we'll give them a ticket. My inspectors are out there.
Oh.
I have inspectors.
Know.
Yes, inspectors out there. There you go, right? And I tell you the reason why. when you apply for a taxi license, we get your fingerprints, we check your background, and if you have a criminal record, we do deny it. We do deny it. And reason is, at night, would you want your child to sit in a cab who you don't know what the driver has done?
Definitely not.
That's why. That is why I make sure that my residents, when they get in a cab, he or she is a safe driver and somewhere where my residents will be safe. So that's the taxi license. Okay. Tow trucks. In order to work as a tow truck in the town of Hempstead, you have to have a tow truck license. We also physically we make sure that the taxi is working. They have to provide, the mechanically, the car is not going to break down. With the tow trucks, all the mechanics, it's checked all out. Dog licenses. If you have a dog in the town of Hempstead, it's only $3, but you need a dog license.
Really?
Yes, because we want to make sure that dog has got its rabies shots.
Okay.
That my residents, everything is to keep my residents safe. Okay. Peddler's license. Peddlers are people who like an ice cream truck or food truck, like a coffee truck. They take a license from us.
Okay.
Okay.
But we said town of Hempstead.
Yes.
So it does not include any other town, because I know Long Island has different towns.
Okay. In Nassau County, Long Island has 2 counties. You have Nassau County, Suffolk County.
Yeah.
In Nassau County, there are 3 towns: town of North Hempstead, town of town of Hempstead, and town of Oyster Bay. I'll tell you roughly the boundaries of town of Hempstead. We start from Floral Park. We go all the way across to Wantas, Seaford, and we are south of Old Country Road to the water. So 5 towns: Lido Beach, Atlantic Beach, Hempstead, East Rockaway, Floral Park, Elmont, Franklin Square, Melbourne, Roosevelt, Uniondale, East Meadow, Levittown, Garden City,
Wow.
Garden City, Seaford, as I said, Wanta. Then you've got, what else am I missing from there? Oceanside.
Once you say Elmont, you covered Valley Stream.
Yes, Valley Stream, Franklin Square.
Franklin Square.
Yeah, all of that is my town. It's 800,000 people. It's the largest township in America. So you can imagine how much, we're the busiest. We're one of the busiest. The other thing is passport, U.S. passports. I am the largest passport accepting agency in United States.
Okay.
So when I became town clerk, I realized that closing door at 5 o'clock, people are still at work. So I open every Thursday till 7 o'clock. So you can just walk into my office. We take your pictures.
So you do everything there?
Everything. You don't have to do anything. We'll take care of your application for your passports, for U.S. passports, first time and the renewals, and we help you with it.
So how long it takes for them to get the passport back from your office?
Well, we FedEx every day to the passport office.
Okay.
Okay, and the federal government are the one who gives us time frame, and at the moment a regular passport, like if you send it regularly, not expedite, that I believe is 8 weeks.
Okay.
6 to 8 weeks, and the expedite is 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so then in other words, instead of
going to
the
post office, you can come to my office.
To come to your office.
Absolutely, I do everything.
And where's your office at?
My office is 1 Washington Street, the town hall, Hempstead Town Hall. It's the first floor. The entire first floor is my office.
Okay, so we're going to take another break.
Thank you.
And then we'll come back so we can close up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Encore une fois, on a parlé avec Nasrin Hamad et il parlait de plusieurs bagailles qui ça office l'en fait, parler de licence et nous poser la question sur affaire Uber pendant que tu as parlé de licence pour taxi, pour limousine, pour bagaille ça yo, parce que nous voulons que tout le monde safe tant qu'on lui dit. Et il y a pile monde qui a fait Uber, nous pas connaît moun yo qui côté yo sorti et nous pas connaître non plus si pour faire Uber faut gain licence. So ça sont l'autre bagaille que nous apprendre. Ou même qu'à prendre taxi, soit prudent et pas prendre tout taxi ou même qui même prend Uber, make sure que ou connaît côté Uber ça sorti dans qui compagnie il sorti dans qui town li sorti et encore il parler de passeport et tant qu'on aller dans post office nous gain droit aller dans office pour faire passeport là parce que les faciliter nous les jeudis les ouvrir jusqu'à 7h du soir. Sous note ça, n'a pas eu l'autre pause et à tout de suite.
New York City, New York City, réveillez-nous. James Joven a venu avec un show pour nous. L'aime dit nous show, c'est pas show moto, c'est pas show bicyclette, c'est pas show bourrique, son show sous télé. Sur Union Night TV, chaque samedi 4h pour 5h, chita dans le salon, ouvrir télévision, regarder toutes belles vidéos sur musique haïtienne, pour entendre tout petits zins, tout petits détails sur musique haïtienne pour qu'on ça passer dans les djemma là. Eh bien, il y a branché, chita dans le salon, là, on va choix, fait même j'avais, ou pas égaré, poser tempo relax,
Vénus, mon ami.
Mais oui, Vénus, ses amis, on a un bel programme au niveau de vous.
Les gens du Nord.
Le Nord en fête à l'occasion de la Thanksgiving. Pour la première fois aux États-Unis, Tropicana se produira en tandem avec Loulou.
Oui, je t'ai donné mon cœur.
Ce rendez-vous est classé au jeudi 23 novembre au club de Space à Westbury, New York. Thursday, November 23rd. Don't miss the Thanksgiving party that will shake up the HMI in New York. Tropicana shares the stage with New Look for the first time in America. Rendez-vous at the Space in Westbury, New York. Jeudi 23 novembre, Venus International Production vous offre le Nord en fête pour Meet Me in New York dans la joie et la bonne humeur. Admission $60 à l'avance, VIP $100. Infoline 718 257 5744.
What's he saying?
Yes. So we are back from our short commercial break and we are speaking with Nasrin Hamed. And we are going to continue what does Hempstead Town Clerk do in the office.
Well, I also have two very important programs which I'm very proud of, and that is the Child Safety Program and Senior ID Program. Child Safety Program is where my staff will go to schools, churches, street fairs, any organization who asks them to come out where there are children from birth till age of 18, and we fingerprint the children. We take their picture and we make an ID card, like it's an ID kit, and we give it back to parents. We ask them to write their medical history in the back and keep it in the safe place in case the child gets lost or something happens. You can give that to police. And I do this totally free.
The kids should walk with it?
No. The parents keep it at home with them. Okay? And that is every year. And I go, and because the children are growing, the features are changing. So that is totally free. We do go out evenings, at night, whenever my constituents wants me to come out, we will come out and we take care of our children.
That's the first time I heard that.
Yes, it's children's ID program.
Okay.
Supervisor Anthony Centino and myself, we work hand in hand because the most important population, our residents are the children and seniors.
Okay.
So senior ID programs are, we go to senior centers, we'll go to churches, again, whoever invites us to go. And what we do is with seniors, we'll take their picture and we make a little card like this. It's like a credit card, laminated. Their picture is on there, their address, name, address. At the back, we have the emergency, phone numbers, address, and the doctors, and what are they allergic to. And that is kept in the wallet.
That's for the seniors.
That's for the seniors.
Okay.
They can use that ID card in many places as a secondary ID. And in case they fall down something, so you have that card with everything in there.
Home.
No, that with seniors has to stay with them. But the child safety is for parents to keep it in the safe place.
Okay, and so you guys go out there to different places to
Whoever
do that
invites
program?
us throughout the town, yes. We go to churches, synagogues, senior centers, to street fairs, wherever they want us to come. The senior ID, if you don't want, if you just want to come, you can walk into my office with your child and we'll do this child safety card, or the senior can come into my office and we'll make them totally free the senior ID card.
Oh, so that's wonderful.
Libraries, you know, whoever invites us, we go. And then another thing we have is,
So when did that program started?
ever since I've been there, and you know, I think the senior ID started almost 12, 16 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see
These
what
are
I'm
two
saying? The same way I didn't know, I'm sure there are a lot
Yeah.
of other people who doesn't know that.
Also, absolutely. Also, we have my passport mobile system, and the libraries invite us over the weekend, and we will take our mobile. It's like a caravan, right? A trailer, and my passport office goes to the public, and on Saturday, and park it in the parking lot of a library, and people come and they apply for passports.
Wow.
And that is to help people out.
Okay.
I also have one Saturday in May when I open my town clerk's office, and it's for passports from morning 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And if I can tell you, over 700 applications we take a day, because to get a passport for a child, a U.S. passport, for children under 16, you need both parents there. A child should be there and both parents should be there. And from 16 till 18, you need one parent. So you can imagine, with both parents working, child in school, you need a passport. That's, you know, it's a dilemma.
Yeah.
So therefore, I open on Saturday, but we do send the flyers out to all my residents well advanced, letting them know that this Saturday in May, my office is going to be open, and I get hundreds of people.
Okay.
And my staff, wonderful staff, works the whole day.
So Saturdays from what time to what time?
Only one Saturday a year.
Oh, one Saturday
Yeah,
a year.
and that is but I will send the information out in the mail.
Okay.
I send that out.
You said something about mobile.
Yes, the mobile passport.
Passport.
Yes.
But that was not the question I was about to ask.
Yes.
We're going back to the licenses.
Yes.
So if someone wants to do mobile business, let's say mobile tax, so do they need a license for that?
That is with the county.
Oh, that's with the
Yeah,
county.
the
But
county
they do
will
need
get
a license
license
for that. That's
I am
what
not
I'm saying.
sure. I'm not sure, but the Commissioner of Consumer Affairs,
Okay.
you can call that office or go online. The
Okay.
county will be able to. That's governed by county.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, so while we're talking on the subject of...
Sure.
I might as well throw that out.
No, of course.
Yes. So I don't think we have, excuse me, we have much time. Why did I leave out that I did not ask you about the Hempstead Town Clerk office?
Well, the last thing is that the Hempstead Town Clerk's office, or the Hempstead Town Clerk, he puts the agenda for the public hearings. The town board, as you know, meets twice a month, and they go through public hearings and, you know, makes ordinances. And it is I who puts the agenda together.
Okay.
All the ordinances, laws which are passed, it is my office that processes the resolutions and put everything online, the minutes and you know, everything else. So it's really, I'm a facilitator in the government,
Okay.
and a custodian, a record keeper.
Okay. But I see on the flyer
Yes.
that you want to be re-elected for that
Yes,
office.
I'm running
So-
for the third term.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it, I think that's for November?
November 7th is
7th?
the election, yes.
Okay. So what do you
Why?
expect? Yeah, why?
Good, very good question. Very good question. First of all, why did I run for the town clerk's office? I was a stay-home mom. What disqualified me? Simply, being so fortunate to be in this country and what this country has given me, the opportunity to bring up a beautiful family,
I like that,
enjoy.
that you said that, because not everybody appreciate the country.
Oh, I do
remember
very
what
much.
the country did for them.
No, my country did so much for me, and I want to give back. My son, who is a doctor, he's an EMT. He volunteers for the past 6 years. My daughter gave up a good law job paying $150 and went to work for the government, at the federal government, to take care against the terrorists. It's giving back to this country. That was number one. And why did I do it? Because I did not know what else to do. I worked in the town clerk's office for 15 years experience I have.
That's a lot.
I know the mechanics.
And you still love the job.
I love the job because I love helping people. And the people I work with, I love. I have, when I became town clerk, I made a lot of changes. I cut the spending by 25%. There was a lot of waste. Okay, I opened up doors to late extended hours on Thursday, so it's easier for my constituents. I put a lot of things, a lot of documents which I could put online. I did, scan things, make it more advanced, more with time, yet cutting on spending, because these are taxpayers' dollars. But the service must be top-notch.
Yeah.
And having said that, I am very fortunate, I think, because I've worked in the mechanics of running the town clerk's office, serving people. I would like the residents to give me opportunity to serve them 2 more years.
But that's, I know paperwork is a lot, because I have experience in that. I work in a hospital in pathology records.
Oh, how wonderful.
So
Okay.
I know paperwork is a lot. So in order for you to do that for 15 years, you really love the job. So how do you deal with that?
Well, it's paperwork, and it's serving people, right? Do you know what it is like? And I'll give you one very quick example. I had this couple 2 years ago, right, called, and he said to me, it was Saturday, and he called and he said, you're not going to be, no, Friday night. My daughter's getting married Sunday. Everything is booked. Invitations have gone out. They haven't got their marriage license. And, they can't get married, but everything's gone out. So I told them to come. I went Saturday. I opened the office. Because I am the town clerk and I've done this work before, right? I'm not the town clerk who hasn't done the work. Typed the license, checked everything. They had to wait 24 hours. Okay. So I said, if the wedding is in the evening, you better come 9 o'clock in the morning. And I gave them. Do you know, they send me a beautiful thank you card. The smile on their face was enough reward and satisfaction for me. Yes.
Yes.
So things like that. You help people. And that's what I like.
Not everybody thinks like you.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Someone special.
You're very kind. Thank you. I love it. As I said, this country gave me so much. This country, by the grace of God.
Okay. So since you are sitting here,
yes,
and Union 9 Tele, it's a lot of Haitian people watch the show.
Yes.
And it's not just that Norma show that they have. They have many other shows going on. So for the Haitians in Nassau County or Suffolk County, so what kind of message would you send them out there?
To all, I think to all Americans, to all residents of town of Hempstead, I can only because I represent town of Hempstead.
Okay.
I say to all of them, town of Hempstead is your town. You're an American, you are our residents. Our doors are open. Come and tell me what we can do for you. Get involved.
Okay.
I say this to South Asians, I say to Haitians, I say to Africans, Americans. I said, get involved, right? I have this in my community, South Asians, you know, because they speak same language, they tend to, yeah. This is your country. You've chosen to stay here. You've made this your children's land. So get involved. Join PTA. Join your fire districts. Join your library boards. Join your school boards. Go to the school board meetings. You know, we all cry about our taxes. Do you know the largest property tax in the Nassau County, the very large portion is the school taxes?
Yeah.
Well, why do you vote for it? Go and see what they are voting. Why are they asking you? Is your superintendent's salary going to be $400,000? Why should it be? So go and get involved and speak up. I did.
Mm-hmm. That's what I told you earlier.
Yes.
From the beginning of the show, that a lot of people, they don't know what's going on.
Because they don't get involved.
They don't. Well, some of them might not even know how to
get involved. So go
That's
to your library. Go to your library is. To me, it's the best.
It's the best place to
exactly.
go. Yeah.
You can get all information there. Everything that I have said, you know, and these days Google. I mean, when I was here, Google everything. See who your assemblyman is. See who your councilman is. You have a council. We have, you know, council districts in the town of Hempstead. You have your councilman. Wherever you live, find out who your council person is. Give them a call. Remember, you pay our taxes. We elected officials work for you. So hold our feet to the fire. You know, call your town clerk, call your councilman, call your supervisor and say, this is what I need.
Do something.
Yes. And you know, they say, God helps those who help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell everybody.
Okay.
Yes. And let people know that you're American. Nobody's going to give you anything if you're just sitting there. Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
That's true. Definitely,
okay.
I agree.
And I welcome whatever help I can give on there.
Okay, so you said whatever help they can come and see. Is there a phone number?
Sure. My office, for the town clerk's office, I'll give you a number, 516-812-3046. And our website, the Town of Hempstead Supervisor's website, is toh.li.
Okay. So when we're up the air, you're going to give me all this information, and I'll keep talking about it on the
Please do that, please. Thank you very much.
And I think it's time to end. So unfortunately, we have to go.
I understand.
And is there anything, the last word that would you like to say?
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
And I hope your listeners have learned, and I do hope I have been able to be helpful to them. And the only thing I would request is all of your listeners who are the Town of Hempstead residents, who are citizens, don't forget, November 7th, go out and cast your vote. Okay. It's a privilege. I'm not telling you who to vote for.
School district.
Any school district. These are general elections. These are local elections. It's very important. Go and vote. November 7th.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I thank you very much.
Thank you
for your time and for being here.
My pleasure.
And giving us all this information.
Anytime.
And I have learned, because there are certain things that I didn't know, I was not aware of.
I'm
glad that I had you on the show so you can give out information to our public, to Union 9 daily public. So thanks again.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, nous t'avons parlé avec Nasrin Hamed. Côté li dit non, pas chita la caille. Nous chercher qu'on est qui côté occasion une opportunité. Li te bay numéro téléphone là, de temps en temps nous-mêmes n'a vinn avec téléphone là côté pour aller ou bien côté pour aller et li fait nous connaître que l'attend nous tout le 7 novembre pour nous voter pour lui parce que li ta remet chita dans Town, Hempstead Town Clerk Office là toujours pour qu'à continuer le travail que l'a fait et lui fait connaître que le remet aider un pile monde. Li c'est un bagage li prend plaisir la donne. Et nous merci tout d'être côté Chita où tu de nous jusqu'à la dernière minute. Et rendez-vous, c'est pour semaine prochaine. Pas oublier, les nous monter sur Facebook, share Union 9 télé, share tout show qui sur Union 9, that's Norma show, share tout ça où est sur Union 9 télé. And for the English speaking viewers, we are thanking you for being with us the whole hour. And we'll see you next Saturday.
Vénus, mon ami.
Mais oui, Vénus, ses amis, regardez un bel programme niveau de vous.
Les gens du Nord.
Le Nord en fête à l'occasion de la Thanksgiving. Pour la première fois aux États-Unis, Tropicana se produira en tandem avec Noulou.
Oui, je t'ai donné mon cœur.
Ce rendez-vous est classé au jeudi 23 novembre au club de Space à Westbury, New York. Thursday, November 23rd. Don't miss the Thanksgiving party that will shake up the HMI in New York. Tropicana shares the stage with New Look for the first time in America. Rendez-vous at the Space in Westbury, New York. Jeudi 23 novembre, Venus International Production vous offre le Nord en fête pour Meet Me in New York dans la joie et la bonne humeur. Admission $60 à l'avance, VIP $100. Infoline 718 257 5744.
Mesdemoiselles et messieurs, amis de Porto, chers téléspectateurs, bienvenue sur Union 9 Télévision, à l'heure de l'émission Actifuture, l'émission présentée par votre ami, votre enfant, votre serviteur, Hans Gary d'Orléans. Tous les mardis, l'émission sculptée, politique, culture, sociale et économique.
Union 9 Télévision.
Chers téléspectateurs, je dis merci ou même qui déjà compte qui s'allie déjà. Et depuis pensée positive dans la rue, ou pas jamais compte qui nous va joindre. Et surtout, Brothers Barbershop, mes amis, là, moi-même, je ne le barbershop, non, moi, le salle des artistes. De vous là, c'est l'artiste. Et après, je vais faire là, je connais les artistes. Les amis, et nous passer dans Brothers Barbershop là, qu'est-ce qui nous joindre? Artiste pays, artiste la jeunesse là. Je ne vais pas dire non, nous avons déjà avec nous. Mika, les amis, Mika Benz, bon pam, ça l'a fait. Et tandis que moi dans Brothers Barbershop actuellement là, moi-même li rap pour rejoindre avec vous passer ou show love dans Brothers Barbershop.
Ah, vous savez, vous connaissez depuis dans New York là, et même fait mais là pour m'atterrir quand même clair.
Et tandis que nous connaissons vraiment vrai ou nakai ou font super travail, mais est-ce qu'on pas une chance ou pas une idée de faire jazz pour?
Non, pas faire jazz non, même un petit solo.
Solo, même moi on peut aller au bon côté là, qui mon nié? Ah c'est il va moi le busy, qui mon nié?
Petit Claude.
Petit Claude. Non, pas qu'on m'a fait sur ça. Doit Céleste là. Lila, Petit Claude pays.
Céleste ça m'a ami Nicholson Freedom lié.
C'est le dit Nicholson Freedom lié, et me pas vrai, Petit Claude, c'est un compte qui mon doit, mais c'est pas considéré et pas marcher le gain non? Et doit être comme ça. Mes amis, je vous remercie. Mes amis, Dieu de Patrick qui quitte notre la Kaili dans Brothers Barbershop. Et artiste Pam, merci beaucoup pour passer au monsieur de good luck, Montréal. Mais depuis Mika en côté, tête fouette. Merci bien. Back to the studio.
Hey, this is me, okay. Va dire nous tout, brancher nouveau show qui piche. C'est de 4h à 5h tous les samedis sur Union 9 TV. James Luko. Pas manquer rendez-vous, c'est là qu'on toute nouvelle sur artistes haïtiens et puis tout ça qui a passé dans le show business. Nouveau show, c'est chaque samedi de 4h à 5h sur Union 9 TV. Jensen Luko et moi dis ça. This is me, okay?
Let it play, yeah. No pavin la pour nous venir mettre passer gagner, non. No pavin la pour nous venir plaider.
Union 9 Télévision. Amis téléspectateurs, vous êtes branchés sur la télévision des Haïtiens vivant dans les territoires d'outre-mer. Une dimension nouvelle avec une qualité supérieure. Union 9 Télévision, une vraie source d'information impartiale.